I have to read the thing out of here. Okay. Stand up and stuff. Part
5.
5, I think. I'm reading this book, okay, everybody?
It's about...
There it
Yeah,
is.
you said it.
Instead of her fighting back, I showed you this book earlier. She writes a poem called Revenge. You all think you're so cool, stabbing my heart. Blood-sucking vultures ripping my life apart. Though you take a loser, feed on her pain, but you're gonna pay. I'm not running away again. Revenge, how sweet's that word, revenge. Screams so abyss, but justice will find you. She just bidle time. So suffers and bleed, pay your crime. Victims in mind, frightened and blind, lost in the world, the saddest inclined. The victims and cruels had fed on the souls, left them shells, empty and cold. Their eyes are full of hate, their vows to revenge, to defend the fate. She writes poems to get her feelings out.
I mean...
She was bullied, elementary through high school. Come on, put yourself in her shoes.
You know what? Just wait until you get out of high school. Well, my favorite band right now is Blood in the Dance Floor. You should check them out if you haven't heard of them. But the singers are Jay and Daddy, and they've both got bullied. Know where they are? They're singing. Know where them people probably are? Probably working at McDonald's.
Probably sitting on a bar getting drunk, trying to get a job.
Because, you know what? The jocks, they're not going to become professional wrestlers or professional basketballs or football players, you know? You need to get somewhere in life, but that won't happen.
I believe that
Sorry to burst your bubble.
one of our teachers have told us that 1 in every 100 athletes actually make it to the pros.
Exactly.
You really think you're gonna be that one? That one?
You have to be
like the best.
The best of best out of middle school, high school, college.
And then they had to find you. The scouts have to find you.
Exactly. It's not going to happen. There's probably
9,000 people.
There's a lot of people that are in sports. Do you think you're gonna be that one? You probably have a chance of half. No, not even half.
Maybe
percent
like
chance
a
of
percent.
getting it.
Maybe like 1.11.
More like 0 point.
Like, everybody bullies us. What do you think we're gonna be doing in 20 years?
You know what?
We're not gonna be sitting on a bar getting drunk. We practice our singing career just in case we actually get famous.
We're working on it, Ben. We're gonna actually go somewhere in life.
We're not gonna sit at home waiting for our wife to call, our husband to call, waiting for him to come home or her to come home. Most of the jocks will.
Exactly. Most of the preps will become whores. They're gonna have like 6 kids. And you know what? I don't feel bad for them. Like, not naming names.
I'd be laughing at them. I'm just saying.
Exactly. You know what? There's a whore in our school.
In our grade.
And she used to be my friend. But you know what? As soon as I try to stand up to her and tell her that, she's gonna get pregnant if she doesn't use protection. She's going to get pregnant with his kid. And you know what? He's gonna walk out. That's the kind of guy he is.
Okay.
He's gonna walk away. And you can tell.
She started not liking us because we told her
she
straight up we were bi.
Yeah, she doesn't like us because we're bi. You know what? I didn't care. I still was her friend. Until recently, because, you know what? She filed a bullying report on several of us, actually.
Did she file one on me?
I think so. I don't know.
Of course, she'll file one on bis. Just bis.
Exactly.
And one of my best friends I've known since preschool stands up for her. Exactly. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I've known her for so long, and she filed a bullying report on her, and she's just like, oh, she's just
Is
in a
it
bad
by
mood.
herself?
And it gets me kind of worried about if she's a true friend or just a fake one.
Exactly. You know, yeah, you have to pick your friends wisely. You know what? You want to pick friends that won't stab you in the back. First time they stab you in the back, don't take them back. Same with boys. Same with girls. They cheat, don't take them back.
I mean, cheating when you're drunk or high, that's a complete another
Accidentally
story.
cheated. Accidentally. But you have to make sure it was an accident.
That's why you don't get drunk or high with like other chicks that are like sexy, fuckable. It's like, why are you giving them those titles when you just practically met them?
Exactly. Like, I got called beautiful and sexy the other day. I'm like, no, what, motherfucker? You don't judge me on just the way I look.
Get to know her before you actually start calling her names.
Exactly.
People at our school. She's a new student this year. She was a new student. People think she's been there for years and years.
I don't.
Bullying her. They started bullying her just because she's new. Most new kids at our school would become popular.
You know
She
what?
didn't because she hung out with me and my little group.
You know what? I don't like populars. I've never liked populars.
Literally.
I've been picked on since I was in, what, first kindergarten? No, it was young fives, and I got picked on. For the way I look, for the way I act, for the way I talk.
I'm not proud to say this, but back in 4th grade, the populace took one of my best friends. Took her. They tried to turn her on me. And that's how I knew she was my best friend. She came back to me and told me what they were going to try to do. She stood up for herself, told them, straight up, no. I've known her for so long. No, I'm not going to do that to her.
Exactly.
They were trying to get her to call me names, bullying me. I was like, what? I thought
just because you're
most
different.
of them were my friends. I was actually a pretty good kid back then. So what? I was super smart. Now look at me. Do I look that smart? Because all the bullying I had to deal with back in elementary. 4th grade is when I started changing. Because I stood up for myself for once. 5th grade went back to normal. And 7th grade is when it changed completely.
But really, take it from
People that know it.
take it from a people that actually got bullied, not just, oh, bullying's wrong. Have you ever got bullied? No, you haven't.
You're probably the bully, not the bully-e.
I hate when people do that. Oh, don't bully, and they bully themselves. Preps do it all the time.
Oh, I don't do that. Next thing you know, you walk past her and she's next to someone,
Fucking,
ha 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 ha. It's like,
oh, get away from me. You're not wearing blue.
you're not wearing pink. Your hair's not a certain color. You're wearing glasses.
You're 4 eyes. You know what? Really? You have to snoop that low just to make yourself feel good?
You have to have a really ugly inside just to do that.
Exactly. And don't make a big fuss about it. Just walk away. Be the bigger person, walk away.
Most people.
I know it's hard, but just walk away. Don't throw a punch. Let them throw a punch first. Because then you can't get in trouble.
Most people getting bullied nowadays. There's so many songs that describe them. They'll listen to those all night. Stronger. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger? You guys haven't heard that? Bring Me to Life. Everybody's Fooled by Evanescence. Perfect by Simple Plan.
Welcome to my life.
By Simple Plan. What else?
I can name several.
Several songs that describe half people getting bullied.
Raped. There's a song when abuse, too. A lot of people are being abused.
There's songs all the time about people getting abused, raped, going to jail for no reason, a crime they didn't commit.
No, Escape the Fate, ex-singer. Ronnie Rocket. He's in Fallen in Reverse. He did nothing. He got accused of it. He took his friend's blame. And you know what? He's a better man.
He's a better man.
He doesn't do drugs. He goes on even though he's a rock star.
He won't do drugs.
He doesn't do drugs. He goes on. He gets 8 hours of sleep. And
if he
doesn't drink. He doesn't drink.
If he was still in school, I bet he'd be getting all A's right now.
I know. He loves his life. He doesn't party. I mean, they party, but no alcohol, no cigarettes. He doesn't even smoke. He quit everything because he's been in rehab several times.
See, one little thing can change somebody's whole life.
Exactly. Rehab and jail, you don't want to go there. Trust me, I've known people that went there.
I have a family member that went there 3 times.
I have a family member that went, oh yeah, another place you don't want to go. The Looney Bin, the Psycho House, whatever you want to call it.
You never want to go to Pine Rest. I had a friend that went there. He just got crazier.
Exactly. The jacket that's supposed to help you
gets you way worse, people.
Exactly.
Everybody says, oh, that will help you. Oh, no, she's just trying to get a scene so she gets looked at. I'm choking.
Again.
It's like, no, she's not. She actually likes the jacket. It's getting her worse. I hope you know that.
Exactly.
People, like the book I was reading. This chick was getting, she couldn't breathe because jocks were holding her like this, both her arms behind her back, but she couldn't reach for her mouth to get the snow out of her mouth, where they was choking her and her. Does nobody get that can kill somebody and you'd be the one going to jail for it?
I'm going to eat the chicken's head off.
Just know what she's doing. But no, you guys really don't know what bullying is like unless you lived through it. It actually had a year in it.
Trust me, you don't.
You don't want to be a bully. You don't want to be the bully, actually. Bullies, you guys say, oh, we don't know what we're doing. When you really do. You see the expression on their face. You see the tears in their eyes. You see how they're about to cry in front of everybody, and you're just like, oh, look, there's a little wine baby at our school. It's like, shut up. You don't know what's going on.
I've been shoved in lockers. In freaking boiler rooms. You know what? Does the principal believe me? No. Oh, you did it yourself. What the hell? How can you get in my locker, shut the door, and lock it?
Just like people at a school, they're mugging each other. Mugging.
Really?
Last year, there was a kid that got mugged by another kid that's been adopted a lot. He was Mr. Cool, and the kid that got mugged, this year he's Mr. Cool, but he won't bully. He knows what it's like to get mugged and be bullied.
Who?
He looked like a chick a couple years ago, and everybody bullied him,
Mason?
but me.
Mason? Oh.
I actually knew, because when I was little, people would call me a guy, and I'd be like, I couldn't do anything about it. I was weak.
You want to know what something? You know what? People call me a guy because I liked pants. I didn't wear skirts or dresses. So you know what I did? I had nice long hair down to my knees. I cut it way up here. Spiked it every day. Wore baggy shirts, pants, boy shoes. I gave them what they wanted. You know what? They stopped picking on me.
But for somebody as young as I was when people were calling me a guy, I didn't know what to do. I went to teachers that were like, they're just being little 4th graders or 3rd graders, and I was about to start crying.
You know what? I don't even care how old you are. You don't have to take it. Me, I didn't do the right thing. I used to be called lesbian every day before I was bi.
I dedicate this song to the bullies. Bullied people. Bullies, you don't get a song at all. To me, feel the last laugh, feel everything is good.
We'll put a link at the bottom.
What doesn't kill you makes you strong.